Hi team, this is George. Can you believe it? We're in week 5. It's we're past the halfway point, so I hope you've had an enjoyable experience or are getting some tools from our class. So let's take a look at what we have at week 5. Week 5, we have our discussion question, our reflection, and then the week 5 resource guide. So let's go over. Would imagine you're getting really comfortable right now with the week 5 reflections. So we won't discuss those in depth. You've been doing an outstanding job with those as well. So let's go ahead and and we'll just take a look at our week 5 discussion transitions. The reason why this is important, and I wanted to thank Casey and Emily for already posting their responses, so I appreciate that. The reason why these transitions are so important is because as people grow, as we grow, if you have a developmental disability or not, the transition is important into adulthood. There's a thing now that I've heard people even say it's called adulting, which is just kind of learning how to do things on your own. So imagine normal, well, I shouldn't say not normal, but people without developmental disabilities have issues at times transitioning. So imagine if you're starting with a developmental disability and having to make that transaction. That could be make it even more difficult, and you have different set of challenges. When you have a different set of challenges, quite often the world isn't set up to deal with those challenges or to help that person deal with those challenges. So that kind of falls back into our discussion about stress that we've had as well. When we don't have those tools, those instruments set up to deal with that, create stress, and that's often caregiver stress. So this is another reason why caregivers do have stress. So I look forward to our conversations there as well. And in week 5, let's take a look at our resource guide. And 2 are already submitted. Well, excellent effort. You're going to basically make a list of resources, 5 useful resources. For some reason, I just love this tool here where I can write on the screen 5 useful resources for individuals and families living with intellectual disabilities. And you have to have one within 20 miles of your home. And the reason why that's kind of important, because whether you have to work with a certain situation or not, it's good to know, hey, if somebody has an intellectual disability, you know what, is there something close enough that they can make it to? If not, do they have to go, X amount of miles beyond this radius? How does that work? So it's just kind of, I think of this as a perspective exercise as well. So I look forward to our conversations. I appreciate the effort everybody's been putting into the discussions for the first 4 weeks. So let's finish strong, keep that momentum going, because what we're doing is we're taking these topics, just a little bit from each topic, and we're driving it deep. And what that means is we're getting into the nitty gritty of the conversation. So I appreciate the effort that it takes to do that, and let's have a great week.